Wednesday, September 20th, 2023, and I've got 3 free best bets for you on the way. Let's get it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as you just try to get to the bag together and make some money. Yesterday, we did have another winning day on the channel. We needed it. Cashed in 2-1 on the day. No sweat bet on the Orioles Astros over 9 runs there. We got a late night winner from the betting gods. Thank you, as we got a 2-run walk-off home run for the Padres to come the run line late. We did lose on the Contreras and Alvarez hits as Alvarez did not get a hit. Oh my goodness, 0 for 4 on the day for Alvarez. Like I said, it's been since June that he went back-to-back games without getting a hit in a row, but you know what, it happens. Listen, we're going to bounce back today. 2-1 on the day. You can see our year-to-date record right here. Over 500 now for the month of September. We love to see it. Baseball's still been good and strong to us, so let's keep that momentum going today. And as always, if you can drop a big like on this video, I'd greatly appreciate it. And let's dive into these first best bets. My first best bet of the day, we are in the thick of the wild card race, and the Marlins are fighting to hold on to a spot. They're on the outside looking in right now, half a game back behind the Cubs for that third and final wild card spot. While the Mets are still mathematically in it, their chances of getting the playoffs, and let's be honest, are really mathematically real slim, right? The chance of them getting in is really low, but nonetheless, we have a great divisional pitching matchup, a great divisional duel on our hands between Cody Senga for the Mets and Yuri Perez for the Marlins. Two pitchers who've been pitching the ball really well of late, and when I dive into the numbers, it's really hard for me to fade Cody Senga on this one. He's been in the bright spot on the Mets rotation this year. So far in the month of September, in 3 starts, he has a 1.42 ERA. We love to see that. In his last start against the D-backs, he went 6 innings. He only gave up 2 hits, no runs to go with 10 strikeouts. Love to see that. And he's gone 5 straight games, giving up 2 earned runs or less, and he's pitched at least 16 innings in all of those matchups as well. So you probably are thinking, all right, we're going to take this over 17.5 outs. Well, even though I do like that bet, I think you should sprinkle a little bit on that. It's a little bit too juiced for me to put out on the channel on -150 on certain books, so I do like that as an individual pay. But what I am taking in this game is the Mets first 5 money line at +100 value. Can't beat that. A way for us to double our money because of the great form that Cody Senga has been in. Now on the other side, Yuri Perez, he's been very impressive for the Marlins thus far in his rookie season. You love to see when rookies can come into the major leagues and can really pitch well, control their pitches, control their command, and can really dictate the flow of things. So far in the month of September, it's been a little rough for Yuri Perez. He's given up a few more runs than we're used to seeing. 5.02 ERA on the month in 3 starts, and he's given up 3 runs twice and 2 runs once to go with 4 home runs over those 3 starts as well. So that's really the biggest point of concern for me, is when you got a guy who's given a lot of home run contact. You know, that's one thing that I always try to fade, especially like a team like the Mets. You know, you got Alonso, you've got Nimmo, you've got McNeil, you've got guys who can crush one out at any time. So that's really hard for me to go against. And like I said, Cody Senga, the form that he's been in has been absolutely stellar, and I think Yuri Perez, he's going to give up a few runs in this one. I just think that the Mets offense is going to be able to get to him before the Marlins offense is going to be able to get to Cody Senga, in all honesty. The Mets offense is just a little bit more dependable. They're top 15 in the league in first 5 runs per game, while the Marlins are second to last in first 5 runs per game. So that's one thing that I'm really just making note of. So because of that, I will take the Mets on the first 5 money line, but you can also take them at +0.5 run for the juice total there on that one. But, you know, so this way, if it does tie, then you can at least have that push. So that way, if it does tie, you can at least, you know, win the bet. But I do think that the Mets will be winning after the first 5 innings based on the form that these two guys have been in. +100 value as the first best bet of the day. For my second best bet of the day, I'm going to play a prop, and I'm going to take Kevin Gausman over 7.5 strikeouts, -115 odds. And Kevin Gausman and the Jays take on the Yankees in this matchup. And while Gausman, he really hasn't been in the best of form of lately, especially the ace that we're expecting from this Jays team. One thing to note, though, is if he does pitch late into the ball game, making it 6-7 innings or so, he is going to get this strikeout line. I mean, he's a strikeout dependent pitcher. He's third in the major leagues in total strikeouts, sitting about 222 for the year. So he's been absolutely missing bats. We know that's what he does. We know that's Gausman's strong suit. And his last 2 appearances against the Yankees this year, he's completely flied past this total. He's got 11 strikeouts in one game. He got 10 strikeouts in another game. So you love to see that. And then when you also keep in mind that the Yankees are second worst in the majors in terms of strikeouts per game over the last month, they're averaging over 10 strikeouts per game over the last month. So that means that this fits right into their hands. Gausman and the Jays, they do have something to play for, while the Yankees are, yeah, they're mathematically still in it, but similar to like the Mets, they're kind of on the outside looking in, really have a very slim chance of making it. But the Jays are really trying to hold on to that wild card spot right there. So this is a must-win game for them. They can't let this one slip through their hands. They need their ace Gausman to step up to the plate to really handle business behind the mound. That means he's going to be striking out batters. And it's also a positive sign to see that Kikuchi last night for the Jays, he struck out out 7 Yankees in 5 innings, and he's not really a strikeout dominant pitcher, and he didn't go late into the game. Only 5 innings he pitched in that one and still had 7 strikeouts. So because of that, I really love the situation here. Kevin Gausman to come to the mound, to step up, even if he gets knocked around a little bit. If he stays late into the game to the 5th, 6th, 7th inning, I see him getting these strikeouts. So give me Kevin Gausman over 7.5 strikeouts as my second best bet of the day. For my third and final best bet of the day, I'm kind of sticking with the theme of today's show, which is really just situational baseball, situational matchups. And I like a parlay. If you parlay these two teams together on the money line, then you get to plus 110 odds, so you get to double your money. And they're just two teams that have really something to play for. And right now, when you're betting baseball, playoff right around the corner, it's always a safer bet to go with the teams that have something to play for, because you can kind of depend on them a little bit more, right? They're fighting for a wild card spot. They're trying to win the division. They're trying to get seeding. These are all things I'm looking at handicap at this time of the year. And because of that, I'm going to take the Padres on the money line. I'm going to take the Cubs on the money line. Parlay those two together to get to plus 110 odds, because both of these teams, like I said, they have something to play for. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, the Padres have been absolutely on fire of late, winners of 6 in a row and 8 of their last 10. So, you know, I love to back that. And the Padres, while they do have to get a little luck to get into the playoffs, they're starting to get it together. It's kind of a little bit too late for them, but hey, they might have an outside chance of making it in. And we did get a little luck yesterday from the betting gods on them, so maybe we can run it back today. A win is a win, and I think today is another matchup, another opportunity where they have to grab a win. We've got Seth Lugo on the mound for the Padres, and he's facing Chase Anderson from the Rockies. Besides his last start against the Giants, Chase Anderson overall has not been showing stellar stuff to us, especially since rejoining the Rockies and getting called back up. The veteran has a 5.65 ERA on the month with ERA of 6 on the year, so that's a very high ERA. I'm not a big fan of that. Meanwhile, on the other side, there are times that Seth Lugo can be inconsistent for the Padres, but when he does limit the home run ball, he's been good. If you look at his bad starts this year or over the past month or two, it's when he gives up the home run ball. Well, guess what? Luckily for us, the Rockies are on the bottom of the league in home runs per game over the last month, and I think that he should be able to pitch well today. Seth Lugo should be able to, and like I said, because of the situation, the Padres are still on the hunt. Don't overthink it. They have to win this game. They cannot drop a game, especially at this time of year when you're trying to make a playoff push, to a team that is 30 plus games under 500. You just can't have it happen. They need a win today. They found a way to get it done yesterday. They're going to find a way to get it done today. So give me the Padres money line as the first leg of the parlay. Now in the second leg of the parlay, we have a very similar situation as the Cubs take on the Pirates. And we saw this Cubs team completely thrash their divisional foes yesterday, 14-1. And now they send their Cy Young candidate Justin Steele to the mound. And after watching Blake Snell pitch 7 no-hit innings last night, you don't think Justin Steele saw that and is going to be fired up to come out in this one and really like put on a show. I mean, like I said, the NL Cy Young Award is really just down to those two guys, maybe Zach Gallen. And after what the performance Zach Gallen put up yesterday, it's really down to these two guys. So now Blake Snell has overpassed him in terms of best ERA in the league. Justin Steele, I feel like he's going to come for a revenge game in this spot, really try to show the committee that he's just as good as a Cy Young candidate. So because of that, I really think this is just a spot where Justin Steele is going to step up to the plate and win this game. But also when you look at the overall Cubs team, they just find themselves in a very tough situation in that wild card race. They're half a game up in terms of holding down that last wild card spot over the Marlins, and they're only a game above the Reds, which is the divisional foe right there. And then they're not that far back from the Brewers in terms of trying to grab the division title. So they're really playing for like 3-4 different things right now. Trying to win the division, trying to hold on to a wild card spot, and try to keep these other teams off their back. Because of that, I feel like the Cubs cannot lose this game today to a Pirates team that's truthfully just out of the contention at this point. And like I said, Justin Steele is the better pitcher of the two, and he's been better at home. He's rocking a 2.18 ERA to go with a 2.73 overall ERA, which is, like I said, second in the majors. You love to see that. Mel Kelly, who's going on the mound for the Pirates, he's been decent over his last few starts, but the biggest point of concern is he has a 5.15 ERA on the road in comparison to a 2.6 ERA at home. So because of that, I think in the situation, Justin Steele, the Cubs are playing at home in this matchup, only a half a game up in that last wild card spot. So because of that, I think that the Cubs have to win this matchup. Justin Steele, Sergeant Blake Snell pitched last night. He's going to step up to the plate. So give me Cubs money line, give me the Padres money line, parlay those two together, plus 110 odds as our final and third best bet of the day. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. 3 bets, 3 winners that are coming your way. It's Wednesday, so you guys know we got early baseball. So if you want some of those early picks and plays, make sure you click the link in the bio to join our free Telegram group. We're dropping free picks and plays every single day. And as always, I can't wait to see the money that you make. And if you need any help, drop a comment, let me know, and we'll get after that bag and make some money together. All right, my friends? I'll see y'all tomorrow after we sweep this board 3-0, and we'll be back tomorrow to make some more cheddar. Later, y'all.